if we started at a different place when it came to relations between what we call the races, our country would probably look a lot different. A lot of black Christians would find themselves more comfortable at an atheist BLM rally where the leaders are chanting the names of dead people in basically what the Bible calls divination, right? Like they're trying to channel the spirits of these people. And a lot of black Christians would find themselves more comfortable there with those brothers and sisters than they would in, a white evangelical church, somewhere across town. And that is an idolatry problem. I'll say another thing though. This is a lesson and a reminder that what fathers do matters. And whether you're talking about a father in his own home or the founding fathers, when you mishandle people, when you mishandle your family, your country, right? It may seem like a small mistake at first, but if the founding fathers had, if they had taken the abolitionist perspective on race, right? Because there were people who believed in the equality of the races, quote unquote, right? At the time the country was founded. Not everyone, but some did. So as long as there's been slavery in this country, there's been abolition. If we started at a different place when it came to relations between what we call the races, our country would probably look a lot different. Now, I'm not armchair quarterbacking because it is what it is, right? It's done. I don't cry over spilled milk. I cry before the milk gets spilled to hope that it stays in the fridge where it's supposed to be. But I only say that to say, as fathers, it's important to manage your affairs well, because the decisions that you make in this generation with your family could reverberate down the line to children that you've never even met. So if you're a father today and you abuse your wife or your children, or you have 2 families across town and 3 more in 3 different states, and when you pass away, your wife who thought that you were so faithful and so kind and you were a believer and you were a deacon in your church realizes that you have 6 other children, and now these 3 families are at odds with one another and fighting over property and so on and so on and so forth. Or if you're a father who has problems with substances and alcohol and drugs and so on, those things have an effect. And we see multi-generational, some people call them curses, but you see certain issues that reverberate down through the generations when it comes to families. And I think that that's a good reminder. So I agree with you, Jason. Like, I appreciate the founding fathers for what they created, what they left us, right? And it's up to us to improve it. But I also realize that what dads do matters. And I think it's a good reminder for all of us.